Well, hey, I just want to start off by saying the views here expressed are my own and not necessarily that of transparency and merit. It is May 12th, and just a little bit to cover. I guess there's tension going on in Israel, and there's been a hack in the pipeline. And so the situation with Israel. That's a tragic situation. And there are people who are claiming Israel is being a bully, and they, think that the Palestinians are the victims. And I'm not a Middle East expert, but anytime you go to, like fight a battle or fight a war, um, it's not just the soldiers who are affected by that. There are, I don't know what else you call it, but there are other victims and tragedies in this thing. So it's a sad situation all the way around. But I don't know what you can do or what one can do. Uh, and also, there's the situation of, I guess, some people believe that Palestinians are being evicted from their homes, which I think, like I said, it deserves more examination of the facts. And sometimes when you're fighting terrorism, you have to do things that are unpleasant. And there are people that say Hamas and large portions of the Palestinian community hate the Jews more than they love their children. They've even said I think something like we love death more than the Jews love life. And there is a fanatical element there. And there are a lot of several different opinions on that issue. But are we going to be adults about the situation and just look at it and examine it without emotion? I mean, not to say without no emotion, but to say children have been killed, and in war, children do often do die. In conflicts that involve terrorism and counterterrorism, children die. I think we're still having an Arizona audit, and I guess it, what saddens me is the internet used to be a place where you could look something up and you could get those answers. They were right at your fingertips, and information, people's opinions were right there. And that's not really the case anymore. I can go into welfare statistics and how uh, what people believe about welfare is completely like what I've seen. Um, there's information out there that will. There are some myths out there about welfare. I'm not going to get into them now, but I've heard them over the I've heard some like truths over the years where the raw numbers were put in front, and it's not what you think. I think I'll get into that later when we do a show on welfare, and we go right with the raw numbers of breakdown of ethnic and racial groups. Those who believe one thing will be completely surprised. But getting back to getting back to the audit, the people who are claiming that these auditors and stuff are crazy or conspiracy theorists, uh, they will not go on and debate those who are in favor of the audit. So there's no, because debate gives you some clarity, would give a lot of clarity to this issue. And they could, the people who are demanding the audit could be completely off base. But again, we don't have debate and we don't have clarity. And the same thing with this virus, with this pandemic. We don't have a lot of clarity because we don't debate or talk to each other. We talk at each other in separate venues, but we never we've become rare to talk, and have an open and honest debate about whether it's the mask issue, whether it's the vaccination, and all the rest. What you say is true. It should stand up to its bootstraps for debate. And that's one of the things that we, in this country, in America, that we used to do. We used to debate issues, even if they were offensive. But it seems like we don't anymore. Liz Cheney was ousted from her leadership position, and it looks like she will be voted out of Congress. Um, she may believe that she is standing on principle, and the left believes that. Uh, I think the issue should be debated. Like I wonder how she would do against debate against Alan Dershowitz, who says there is no evidence that he directly said that these people to do what they did in the Capitol on January 6th. He may have, like people were angry and upset, but that doesn't mean that he told people to march on the Capitol and do what they did. And again, people compare, or people say that the Capitol riots are what they call the Capitol insurrection was worse than the months of riots that took place in this country, as though your business being burned down, people being murdered for saying all lives matter. Jessica, I believe her name was Jessica Doty Todd Whitaker. Didn't get a lot of play, by the way. But hey, like I said, The mainstream media doesn't cover a lot of things, and social media seems to censor it. Could be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. And you think it would be the information age where we could talk things out and get some clarity. But I guess today, that's not something that's going to happen, at least for now. It seems like right now the conservatives, they are eager to debate. The left, they think debate and discussion is dangerous. I wonder what you think. Do you think debate? I wonder if people think that debate and discussion is a dangerous thing. And maybe it is. Maybe the fact of the matter is, uh, people say even for couples, uh, you should you should not necessarily be honest. And then there are couples that have a relationship on absolute brutal honesty. And right now, the establishment wants certain people to keep quiet, and they don't want certain facts or their perceptions to get out. They only want their perceptions to be the mainstay. So, what can you do? Anyway, this has been Brian with Transparency and Merit. Like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thank you for listening.